Let's get this show on the road, shall we? So, from last time, we ended up getting basically half of the abilities in the game. But we're over half the map. And that's what leaves me thinking that we can get this done today. Now, I could be wrong. There's every world in which I could actually be completely off base here. The plot's kind of nudging us towards an end as well, though. And that's why I'm not really convinced on either side there. You may notice we're not in the spot I left us off in last time. That's because I brought us back to where we were before I went on my shopping trip. There's no reason for you guys to watch me run from the point down right from here. The little blue dot down there, up here. Really wasn't gonna amount to anything for y'all to see. So, I just hopped up here to save time. I did a little bit of thinking as well, and I'm pretty confident after our trip we made around the map at the end of last session, there's nothing we can do other than actually make progress. Which, at the face of it, may sound like a silly sentence, but that's just the nature of where we're at right now. We can't go get any extra goodies or anything. At least not at the moment. I do wonder what our next benefit's gonna be. Because, like, there's nothing that immediately stands out to me as a method from which we can actually get other things on the map at this point. Like, I feel like there's gonna be at least one more mobility upgrade of some kind in among the remaining abilities. I had honestly half expected that we were gonna get the guy with the robot limbs, like the weird Doc Ock cosplayer or guy we had to deal with. I thought we were gonna get like his arms or something to allow us to like climb around instead of gloves, but that didn't end up happening. We just got gloves. Oh, look at this guy just hiding in the tree. Gate nearby has been unlocked. Okay. Probably this one. Gotta remember about the mines. There we go. No. Remember about the contact damage is probably more important to remember. Oh, it is crowded in here, huh? God damn. You really just brought out the whole goddamn military for me here. Which shouldn't be a surprise, considering they're rather upset about what we've been doing. And they did say that they had organized like a big manhunt for us out here in this jungle. Which would have been real jokes on them if we just didn't go in this jungle, but unfortunately we have to. This is a really big room, and it is like chock full of death. Okay, both of these are exits. Rather than running out of the area quickly, I'm kind of looking around here while they're all dead so I don't have to deal with them again. Trying not to repeat the mistakes of the past, you know? I'm kind of hoping there's a save point in here somewhere. Okay. So there must be... Yep, there we go. A side route. I was gonna say, I wonder why there's just a branch. Okay. It doesn't restore health, so I presume it's used for something more important than that. More important than just like plain health restoration. Maybe it's an ingredient to make a better healing item or something. We haven't encountered anybody looking for something like that. Assault rifle. You know, I feel like that should have been the one we got first, and then the machine gun would be this one of the two. But what do I know? I mean, it's got a great fire rate, and it's got very cheap ammo. But if I need rapid fire, I can just mash. I'd rather have a heavier attack as my secondary. But that's, of course, still a personal choice. There we go. Just wanted to get that mapped so it didn't bother me. I care less about the one down there. Okay, there's our save point. Look at you on the wall. There we go. I don't know if I want to keep going up. Like, I don't know if either of these end up amounting to a side path at all, or if they're genuinely both progression paths. That's kind of the worry right now. Also gonna love that my chat is just cluttered with Twitch telling me to say the canned affiliate anniversary message to myself. Because, you know, clearly that's something you need to do, right? That's clearly a good idea. The decision making on some of this website will never make any sense. Yeah, you know what? Let's actually loop back. Except we can't. Okay, so that solves that mystery. Because remember, we couldn't get over here, from over here, rather, before. So I was wondering if that was going to be a thing, and the answer is yes. That is going to continue to be a problem. Which means there must be something in there that's actually worthwhile. Because if it was just for an exit from this area, there'd be no point, because we have two other exits from this area already heading back to where we've been. And it'd be rather weird for them to have three. And as it stands, it's already slightly excess to have two. Ooh, that could go backwards. There we go. Nothing a little explosive couldn't handle. I keep forgetting that that's a spread shot, because that doesn't look like something that should have a spread shot. We've also not been dealing with those wall crawlers for that long. Yet. I'm sure we'll see plenty of them before we're out of this area. Right, that's a flamethrower. My immediate thought was, oh yeah, I can squeeze up before he shoots and get him right between, pretty much. But obviously that doesn't work with a flamethrower. You know, the classic right after one bullet but before the next one type idea. And they've got those little hover or platforms too, huh? Real shame when those just kind of disappear from under you, huh? This is why I still have armor piercing on, because I had a feeling we were going to be dealing with a lot of extra armor. And that's so far proven correct. Okay, that doesn't make contact. Putting myself in a really awkward spot here. Oh, you didn't die from that, huh? That just makes this spot all the more awkward. Where's my ointment if I have any left? I do. Don't think that hit anything. No, it didn't. There we go. As long as I actually bother to dodge, these aren't as much of a problem. What a wild sounding idea that is, huh? Not getting shot makes your life easier. Hey, a new pistol, the Lugar. Is it better? Oh, it's got piercing, so... Yes. Yes. I would say yes. The thing is, I don't know if that means armor piercing or like enemy piercing, like it'll go from one enemy to the next. Because we've not encountered a weapon that I can think of that goes straight through an enemy to the next one. Ooh, a shop. What do you got? What can I do for you? Have you been to the mining site? I hear a lot of the valuable metals needed to construct these robots come from that area. Good to know. Yes, I do want all of the orange juice. I want the watermelons. I want some fish. You've got an M3 weapon, a machete, some dynamite, some wrist guards. Ooh, destroy projectiles with melee. That's actually worthwhile. Less knockback, less damage. Extra melee damage when full health. I'm interested in the dynamite. Potentially in the M3 weapon. Not as much in the machete. But it was nice to see another place where I can stock up more on healing items, so I'll take that. Okay, yeah, it is definitely enemy piercing. His turret disappeared and he's like, what happened? And then he died. I do like that they actually have like a little periscope down there and everything. Sir, cease. Really thought I was gonna land that barrel on him. I won't get tired of doing that at any time quick. Just the poor sucker walks up and just gets obliterated. Been a while since we've had to fight a helicopter. Certainly didn't miss doing that. Okay, there's another place to summon a Type 2, which we still don't have the keys for. We do, however, have a turkey. Yeah, the Type 2s definitely can, like, fly or something. Considering. Like, they either fly or climb or something along them lines. Missed. There we go. The upside to what I'm doing right now is we are at least making some more money. Potentially get the stuff we do want. I also gotta remember that we did lose some fire speed, which is messing with me a little bit. Because I'm definitely mashing faster than the bullets can even be launched from the weapon. know why I thought I could duck under that. We already learned before that I can't. But at least we don't have to worry about the health because we can just heal here. I don't think we can afford anything. No, I could afford the dynamite. And I'm slightly tempted by the wrist guard, but the problem there is we only have one accessory slot. And I'm probably going to be mostly using that either for the damage reduction, the health regen, or the armor piercing. So it's unlikely that I'll actually use that. The ammo cost on the dynamite is actually, yeah, no, I think that's too much. We lose one full throw, which isn't necessarily great. So I think we'll just keep what we got. As fun as throwing a set of sticks of dynamite would be. It also probably doesn't roll like these do. And the rolling is pretty much the main reason I'm using these currently. Is the grenade launcher does the same thing but better otherwise. 350 bucks. Ow. Oh, busted up airplane. Almost looks like it was being disassembled. There's a small indentation for a medallion. I don't have anything like that, right? No. But we'll want to keep that in mind, that that's got something special. We'll slap a yellow on that. Thank you for another save point, I guess, game. Their save point spacing is weird. Like, most of the time it makes sense, and then just every now and then it's just like, but why though? There you are. You can run, but you can't hide. Well, there's the gunship that was mentioned in one of the logs we saw. Okay, I can't go through that floor. So this entire fight takes place in this little segment here, then. Remember when I said that other fights are going to end up being way easier than that one I had trouble with at the end in the last session? This is a perfect example of that, because look at how little health this thing actually has. Some of its projectiles can be shot down. They understand spacing enough to realize that they can't give you an inescapable large laser like that to deal with. And like this attack, you have safe zones for. Unless you jump into the long delay explosion there, which that's entirely my own fault. This one's avoidable as long as you time it right. Let's clean up some of the ones we can't get more of. At least in any obvious way. I'm gonna start hanging on to that egg. Because I tried to hang on to one before and ended up needing to emergency eat. Let's see if we can keep the egg alive now. I'm gonna have to heal at least one more time, and more than likely. Especially if I keep jumping into the explosion trying to get a hit in. Just avoid for that phase. We're so close. Nope, I'm gonna have to heal because I fucked up that shot. But he's dead. So maybe I should have just killed him. I didn't trust us enough on that one because remember, we have been hit after a fight ended before. So he easily could have hit me with that missile as he died and we would have both went. But hey, health expansion. And we can also grab what was over here in the fancy box. The green ring. There's no one inside the destroyed aircraft. Matthias managed to escape somehow. Not sure how he could have bailed out without us seeing it, but I guess maybe when it exploded, there's the Type Q key we needed. It's got a jetpack. Okay, I was like, this doesn't look like it would fly. Because the backpack looking thing really didn't stand out as a jetpack. That explains how that gets you around in those areas that we've seen where the Type 2 machine is. And it's quick, too. A lot of the other machines don't move very quick on the ground. This one zooms. Real shame that it has no further use because it can't fit through here. There's also... Wait. How do you get into over there then? Aha! No? No, that's not meant to get into. You're just meant to map up there. Okay. Because it almost looked like there was an area above there, but it's not accessible. And I'll be honest, the Type 2 key also kind of looked like a radio as well, so I wasn't sure what it was going to be. Yeah, and they don't count as abilities. They're just items. But still, that's another boss fight done. Technically... No, I think that is technically one we would have to do, because I'm betting the Type 2 paths are required to get through, probably. There's probably one that's required somewhere. But the fact that he's not dead means we are probably gonna have to fight him again. Which means we're not down to only 2 bosses like I was theorizing at the end last time. Oh, wow. You can actually just shoot the fish and they become actual, like, grabbable item fish. So I didn't have to buy those at all. The more you know. We just saw an area where the Type 2 was used up here, so let's go use that. I didn't even mark it because I assumed we were coming back there anyway. Yeah, that is my best choice. And I'm assuming underneath that plane is how you get into that whole lower section there, so that's not really a thing. We do have more money. Is it enough for the M3 weapon? It is not. It's enough for the machete, but that's the one I don't care about. And the metal plate has potential to be useful, even though it's lower damage reduction than the other armor that we bought. There is the potential where the knockback protection could be huge, but I don't think I'm worried enough about that to bother with it at the moment. I just wanted to acknowledge the fact that that is very well going to come back to bite me. Fuck's sake. I just wanted to position so that I could shoot that man. Well, he died like 3 ways simultaneously. And that's why rapid fire is superior. Is I hit his bullet and then kept sending more. I didn't expect him to survive that. I keep forgetting that the grenade launcher is kind of falling off. Wait. Oh, I see. Okay, hang on. Actually, can I bring the helicopter over there? No, they won't lower. Coming through. I know I need to activate the Type 2 thing there before anybody's like, what are you doing? You're supposed to do the thing. There's a thing I need to do, and I killed the man I needed for it again because I forgot my spacing. Hang on. Gotta do it one more time. Because what you can do is you can freeze that guy and then you'll be able to jump up high enough. But I reflexively just obliterated him. So let's just put the ice gun on now before I do that again. There we go. Now that he's on ice, now we can go get that health extension. And that's the only reason I cared about this one, is the fact that it was a health extension. If it was an ammo expansion of some kind, I probably wouldn't have worried about coming back for it immediately. I would have just caught it on the rebound. Health extensions, though, kinda necessary. Let's go, Rubit. Up, up, and away! This guy right here is somehow just an incredible thorn in the side of an advanced mech. Give me all the money. It's all mine. Engine oil? Huh. Does that repair these? Yep, fully restore the energy of mech. So there's actually like healing items for these too. Neat. Just because the angle on fighting this thing sucks. There we go. Just a cheeky bit of grenadier work there. Nope, lost the mech though. Oh, still. It's fine. Let's get an idea of what we're getting into here, and then we'll go get a repaired mech and run through this again. If I even need it. Because we might not even actually need the mech past the point where we're at already. Oh, technically I needed to map up here. But I don't know if I care enough about mapping one singular tile at this exact moment. That's one of those I can come back for it in my off time type deals to get the 100% map completion. If I really want it. Yeah, and we weren't gonna be able to take the mech in here anyway, because the door was too small. So yeah, its part in this whole thing was done anyway. The amount of destruction in this game is honestly very satisfying. Like houses collapse, things explode everywhere. Parts of things fly in directions. Apparently that thing's AI just didn't trigger because it was only barely on screen. It just didn't even understand that anything was happening. Which I don't know if that's something they can really fix, is being able to just outrange things without removing your ability to shoot infinite range. Go ahead and explode that. He was just down there doing his job, but his job was going to be killing me if I got in the way of his little bulldozer, so we couldn't really be having that. I'm out of grenades. Now, I guess the... Oh, that's all that does. So maybe it was attacking and it just wasn't attacking at an angle that would matter. It's a pity you can't just shoot the guy driving the bulldozer out of the bulldozer and then drive it around yourself. That'd be funny. Not have any real function, but it'd be funny. And this brings us back to the area I was just looking at before, where it's like, I can't get there. Is of this locked door. Oop. So that loops us back to the beginning area. We still don't have a key to open the beginning area merchant. So I almost wonder if that's a New Game Plus thing, because this game does have a New Game Plus. Hey, ABC. I can go ahead and get rid of this marker now, because I don't need it, because we've already crossed that threshold now. Yeah, I probably should just walk back? No, I have no reason to walk back, because we've already done that area. Understandable. Hope you have a good time on the holiday. It's all good, it's all good. Okay, so let's just not bother going back there at the moment. I wish I remembered where the other Type 2 spot we saw was. Because we saw at least one other important looking spot where the Type 2 machine would be. But I don't think I marked it, and I have forgotten. So that's gonna come back to bite me a little bit, but we'll figure it out. Has this suddenly opened? It has! Okay, so it's not a matter of it needing a key, it just opens at some point in the game. Welcome to my fine establishment. Thank you for opening that door. I was locked in by those soldiers. Shop in this location? Yeah, why not? I used to have a proper store in the forest selling hunting equipment, but I've fallen on hard times. Now I have to make do with this hovel. Please take a look at my merchandise. I'm sure that you'll find something that interests you. Okay, so around now is when I would have opened this shop. Oh, he's got a bazooka, so that's fun. X-ray goggles let us see enemy health. The only one I would really worry about seeing health on is bosses, and we have that by default. Extra bomb ammo is not really that relevant. If I was gonna use the bullet breaking gloves, the switchblade might actually have been worth buying. I am gonna buy him out on burgers and turkeys though, just so I have even more healing at hand. And we'll go ahead and grab an ammo reserve as well while we're here. I feel like getting access to that shop a while ago might have been worthwhile, but at this point, it's kind of outmoded. Where do I want to go now? That's the question. Because I know it's not... I know the thing I'm thinking about isn't immediately nearby. So I think one of them was in this stretch here. And then the other one I think was all the way over there somewhere. Because I don't think any of the Type 2s were up here. So let's use the truck to get places. It's probably the best idea I've got at the moment. And I did consider buying the bazooka, but it also didn't seem like enough of an upgrade to be worth the amount I was going to spend on it. And money is getting more pressing in this game compared to the very beginning where I was able to just buy out any shop I wanted. I could go here and go down, or I can go down here and go up. Unless I think... I'm not confident enough that there's a type 2 over here on the right, so... We'll go back up through this lower section over here on the right, from here. I have more faith that there's one in this section. Because more of my memory is telling me that that's true. Now, there's no guarantee that this is true in the slightest. But I'm hopeful. This area's also not that bad to get through. Is this the angle? No, this isn't even the section of the room I need to be in. I need to be in a further section past here. The speed at which you run kind of makes it a little confusing to tell how many rooms you've traversed in what time sometimes. Coming through, boys. Since there was a save point right here, there was no point in worrying about taking hits. Yeah, the room above me is the prison that we started in, so it's not gonna be there. I want to keep going to the right. Because we eventually got spat out over here from this whole bit we were doing. I might actually be barking up the wrong tree here. Because I might have missed parts of this place just because this place was rough. Now that I'm remembering which place this is. Which one way or the other we can clean up anyway. It just may not necessarily lead to progress. Yeah, because this is, I think, where we got the Type 4. Now, down here was our first example of using it to break through doors. You know, how badly do I want that bit of mapping? Because I'm pretty sure I have to jump into that lava in order to map that. Yep, there we go. Successfully mapped. We'll go ahead and put the purple heart on now. Oh, because the grenade launcher will take care of armored things anyway. Rude. Fuck you. Yeah, we still can't get up there. Oh, I thought I needed to double jump for that. Anyway, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Didn't really think I was gonna be able to avoid with the robot entirely. Let's not use the ointment yet. Just jump down in here, get this mapping. Oh, good, a wooden horse. That seems worth setting myself on fire for. There's a save point not far away, but there's enough nonsense in this place that I didn't trust. Case in point, considering we got hit on our way there. Ah, it's another case of the lava is where the mapping is. Is there something down there? Ow, ow, pain, ow, burns, it burns. Oh, right. This was the area we couldn't figure out how to get into at all. Except I had gotten a theory because of this whole pathway over here, which means we still can't get in there because we'd have to get up that narrow passageway. Unless there's a Type 2 machine in this room somewhere. If there's a Type 2 machine anywhere in here, then I can utilize that, but I don't think so. And here's a one-way door. Which, speaking of, let's mark that so I remember it, shall we? Because otherwise, I'm not going to remember that that's a one-way door and come back here again in the future. Which also means that this is not the area I was looking for. Since that was a room with some height to it, the assumption immediately was made, oh, that room must have been too high to jump in. So I would have needed the machine to fly up. Doing that thing I do best sometimes where I ignore the facts because of what I think I remember. Oh, that's how I get up there. Didn't even notice this. This isn't anything important. More reserve bombs is going to be useful in boss fights, though. Oh, once again on fire. Curse you and your lingering plasma. Huh. I think we're going swimming again. Ow, 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 ow. That was just bad ideas all around, but you know what? It got the mapping data. This is another case of I have to swim in lava. Yep. I think I may as well just keep the red vest on for a little bit longer. Because I'm not going to have the time to regen in health anyway. How do we map that, though? Any holes in the ceiling? No. How about a hole in the wall? No. Which, then again, there's already a hole right there. Why would there be a hole in the wall opposite itself? That would be weird. There's gotta be a way to map that little bit of higher part here. It's not bumping against there. It's not anything here. Weird. No, best not to worry about it any further at the moment. Oh, wait. I think I see. It's up there. Because I think we had tried this a couple times, got shot off of here, and then I just said, to hell with it, I'll come back later. You, sir, need to cease. There we go. He's the big problem as far as getting across those ledges goes. Because of him, I couldn't take my time doing these jumps before. What? Oh, did I get something up here, but I didn't walk all the way to the end? Is that the problem? That's almost certainly what the problem was. Because the items are usually, like, slightly before the end of those hallways. So that's almost certainly exactly what happened, is I grabbed the item and just moved on with my life. Ooh, another area. Oh, this is where the warp point for this section was. You know, that does bring it better into line based on where the warp points are, yeah. Okay, so that's incredibly helpful, but also simultaneously, how do I put that? Irrelevant? Yeah, irrelevant's probably the word I want for that. Like, it would have been huge before, but now it's not really a thing. Because we start getting real low on healing on our way through here. So being able to warp out and go get healing from other places would have solved that. So what was the problem in this room? Ah, this is one of the Type 2 spots. I did remember. Is more than likely we take the Type 2, we fly up there, and we go around because we can't just punch that open. Oh, this is also one of the places I was debating the use of the sniper rifle in, though. Which actually, while we're here, let's see if we can actually reach that with the sniper rifle. See if that's actually a case of, like, you have more than one way to do the thing. No, the sniper rifle doesn't go high enough. Okay, well that answers that question. Is that would have actually been really clever if you could have used either or to get up there. Considering the sniper rifle was kind of often an optional spot. But now we have access to the sewers. And I don't really know what relevance these sewers have, but you know what? We'll find out. Popcorn. I don't know if I want sewer popcorn, but we have it. From Matthias to A. Easton, I've released the R5 Grimnir to clean up the sewers. If the intruder's hiding in there, he's in for a big surprise. Ha! And I can steal this. Ha ha! It's my chicken walker now. I appreciate that it actually can kick things, too. Boot. No, the missile. Boot. Wait, how does kicking a missile not hurt this thing? Why can't mine aim? Theirs can point up a bit. Why can't mine? I mean, I guess we didn't read the instruction manual for how to use this thing. We just kind of stole it. Oh, actually, I should be getting out here anyway because there's some ledges to hop up. Okay, grab spoiled milk. I'm so glad I did that. That seemed like the perfect decision. Yay! Boot to that. Boot to that. Boot. Ha! I can kick you off the ceiling too. There is no escape from my giant metal boot. Except being on a ledge like that. And my mech exploding. These are two things that do in fact allow people to escape from my big metal boot. Aha! Pulse rifle. Why did it end up there? Oh, was I supposed to get it before these? Do these actually like spawn in the intended order in the inventory? Maybe. Maybe. That's better damage than the assault rifle, but one more ammo use. Ooh, it's a split shot though. Okay, you know what? We'll use that. Because that's got some angle use boost to it. Oh, boss fight. Already? Short segment. Oh well, let's go see this R5 Grimnir. Intruder detected. Commencing termination. Oh, he's throwing cars. Oh, out of ammo for the pulse rifle. Throwing a goddamn car at me. What are you gonna do when you run out of cars, though, buddy? Can't throw the things that don't exist at me. Or maybe you can. Oh, you start doing that. You know what? Fair enough. Oh, wow, that punch hurts. He went from not being much of a threat to, oh god, I'm in danger. Very quickly. Just jam through watermelons in my face. It'll be fine. Okay, now he does 2 bouncy balls. I keep not expecting the stomp is he doesn't like fall with any kind of speed. So it doesn't look like it would be the kind of thing that would do a shockwave. We were just able to buy these turkeys, so let's go ahead and just use those. That punch is so brutal. I actually hit that one on purpose to get launched past him because I didn't see any way to fit through. That second one was not on purpose. Yeah, this went from not much of a problem to he's pissed off and won't take it anymore. But he's dead now. I wasn't sure if he was gonna get another hit in. There we go, another health expansion. We're up to 140 hit points. And this just looks like it gives us access to the rest of the sewer. Oh, there we go, wall jump gear. So that's how you get to the other higher places, then. You know what? That works. That was definitely worth doing. We now can get basically everything else I've ever looked at and couldn't get to, I'm pretty sure. It ate my jump. I would have been up there, but it ate my jump. It still bugs me that we can't use these ladders. Like, they're just there for show. Like, obviously they're actually there for the enemies to use to climb up, but still. If they can climb them, why can't I? There we go. There we go, more ammo reserves that I will probably not end up using. Which, that's another thing. I could have just used ammo reserve items and trivialized that fight we were just in. Because the pulse rifle was chewing through him. And some could say that the amount of healing I did trivialized it too, but kind of is just a matter of take your pick as to which way you want to break it. Bee grenade. Is it a grenade full of bees? I think the bee might stand for bounce. Yep, it sure does. Well, that's gonna be a blessing and a curse. There we go. He was gonna punch the container I was standing on. He was really just gonna show it what for. Yeah, when I can only hit with one of the two shots from the pulse rifle, it's better to just use the pistol, because the pistol's per bullet damage is higher. There we go. I really thought that rocket was going to thread the needle between the shots and whack me in the face, and it would have been really, really funny, actually. I would have accepted that. Because sometimes something just so ridiculous happens that you don't have a choice but to accept the fact that that's just the way it worked out. Thank you for the kind words, Noah. Much appreciated. Hope all's well with you. At least as well as can be. There we go. Ah, that's what connects up to this door and activates the elevator in this hallway here. Okay. And that brings us to an easy warp point. So was the sewer literally just to get wall jump? There's really not much we didn't do in there. Like, there's a little bit of higher and lower spots in that one main room there, but that's about it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of that's just I didn't happen to step into the right parts of those rooms, too. So that takes care of all of that, then. I will say the wall jumping and the climbing in some ways are redundant with each other. Is there any areas that involve vertical climbing you can just wall jump your way through? So it's a little weird that both of those exist and the wall climbing ability isn't just for climbing like rocks on the ceiling. I can go get something up here now that we have wall jump. I'm pretty confident. So I'm pretty sure all of these red spots I have up here are because I couldn't go high enough. Now, there is one reality in which the wall jump won't work, actually. And it's if the walls are too far apart. But this one isn't. There we go. Shurikens. Okay. I presume, much like the throwing knife, that's a grenade slot. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the boomerang. So lower damage, but cheaper than the boomerang. It probably throws like multiple of them at once or something to make that worthwhile. Let's go ahead and remove the pin so that I don't come back here thinking I couldn't reach something still. So what's up here? Ah, place to use the Type 2. So I needed both to be able to do this one. Theoretically, you might be able to wall jump your way up there, but it would be a wild experience. Oh yeah, no. You have to, like, Flappy Bird the robot through this, so no. Your body would not survive this idea. Let's use our robot heal. Theoretically I could get through this without getting hit. But yeah, I had a feeling they were gonna pull some shenanigans at the end. I also don't know how much more I have to get through with it. The answer was that much. And it gets me a Weber. So that was a little bit of a waste of the heal because we didn't end up getting hit again. And that's just a flat out better pistol other than we lose the piercing. And that just spits us out here. Okay. And I think this is like a Webley pistol as its real name. Yeah, I did not map that, but you know what? That's fine. So directly to the left is something I didn't reach before. Apparently there was just a survival knife here as well that I just never went to go get. Because I think it's just like, the path clearly doesn't take me through that saw, so why would I go past that saw? And I just never looked down to find out that there was something there. Our equipment amount is climbing now. Same with our items, and our map completion is real high now. I might have forgotten that all of the things I was using don't pierce through shields. Imagine if I also had the shurikens, so those also bounced. Oh yeah, this thing, which I think I still can't do anything with. Because you would think like breaking the console or something would stop it, but no. Maybe we get a dash or something and that's what lets us through here. Let's put a pin here of a unique color. Yeah, sure, I don't think I have a purple one anywhere at the moment. No, it bounced. Oh, it was coming back for him anyway. It would have been fine. I should have trusted in my own ability to throw grenades. But yeah, there should be some stuff up there to get. The purple marker on the left we can get up through. The one on the far left we can get through. I don't know why I tried to shoot the platform. I think I just saw something coming towards me and went, no, die, perish, be gone. Ow. Oh yeah, I have to go across the flying trapezes. Thankfully, well-timed double jumps bypass that need. Oh no, the trapezes aren't what lead to that room, but it does lead to the other one. So let's get this one up here first, and then we'll come back for the other one. And that works. Right, that's why we didn't get in there to begin with, is because we couldn't make it all the way up. And that gets us more ammo. In this particular case, the bomb type. I don't know why the bottom left isn't mapped, so let's go take a look at that, and then we'll be on our way. Probably another case of I just simply didn't walk into the corner enough. No? Huh. This was another one of the weird ones that I was like, I'm assuming there's a secret here, but I don't understand how to get to it. Something I didn't do when I was here before. Let's look around with the binoculars. No, I can't scroll any further down. So whatever the secret is behind the pipe. I see it now. Aha! For some reason, I never noticed the cracked wall there. Or I did and then assumed, like, well, I can't get past the pipe, so how do I get to that? One of the two was true before. The first part was true today, where I didn't notice the cracked wall. Sneaky, sneaky secrets, though. Not the most sneaky secrets I've seen, but just sneaky enough. Okay, so it's up there. Yeah, because you're able to climb up into here, and then I realized once I climbed up in here, I couldn't actually continue. But I don't think I can do anything with this still. Because this was the armor we looked at. Is we need to be able to fit through that little gap, and we can't. So that one's still dead in the water. We probably get like a slide extender or something. Which I don't know why I didn't think that fully through yet when I was playing this the other day. That's the simple answer to that is something that just makes your slide go further. But that is definitely the easy answer to that question. Oh yeah, I wanted to go further to the left. That's why I kept gravitating over here. Is part of my brain remembered what I was trying to do. The rest of it was like, but we can go back to the work point. Which is the correct answer for 9 situations out of 10, but right now it's not the right answer. Don't ask why my internal monologue sounds like that. It just does that sometimes. Yeah, I think this one over here on the left is the bathroom looking one that I remember. There we go, because we kept getting slapped out of that room after going in there. Yep, this one. Is you can climb up part of the way yet again, and then you get denied in the second half over here. Oh, that still doesn't work. But that might, yeah, the binoculars reach that, so I think the sniper rifle's the answer here then. No, the sniper rifle doesn't quite reach. And there's nothing I could use as a platform, and I can't snipe while jumping. So no, this one's actually still stuck. Like, I can shoot the dude. I can shoot him in the face. But I can't shoot the button. You would think the switch would be reachable. Like, that would be the point to this. So that means we must get some kind of, like, ledge grab or something, then. Which, again, seems like a needless extra thing to have. But I guess that's exactly how this is gonna work. But we can peek at what the item is. What? It's a rock. What? You know, I thought I was gonna get information by opening that. And I guess technically I did, but I have no idea what the information means. So this little side trip we did was not a bust, but it wasn't exactly as productive or lucrative as I'd hoped. I'm definitely left with as many questions as answers. Yeah, you still have the napalm gun, which could be worth getting. And we do have the money for it. Like, the flamethrower probably isn't worth it. This might be a case where a weapon like a flamethrower is like the most powerful weapon in this game because, like, dodging something's iframes or something. And the ammo usage is low enough to be viable. I just don't like the idea of having to be right on top of an enemy in this game. That just seems asking for death. The range on this is going to be its issue too, though. It's not great range. And we still don't have the night vision in order to get past the vault. So where am I going? It may even be that there's a part of the forest I was supposed to have gone to, and I just immediately went flying off in a different direction. I'm actually gonna go back over here for a second. Thank you, Callisto. Hopefully you're doing well today.
Hello there.
So far, it's going well enough. Another day where I am on the sleepy side of things, but I'm making it work. Like, it's just been one of those weeks where energy's just not been at top form. But then again, how often am I in top form? Ever. Just make the best of it you can, and you just go forward, you know? Okay, so that does reach further than it looks, so that's fine. It is exactly what I thought it was, in that it's an upgrade for the pyro gun. I want to pop into this shop and see if he picked up anything new while we're here. He does have new items in stock. He's got a phaser, an S grenade, a 1 in 5 chance enemy bullet will be blocked. Neat. That's actually really tempting. A 1 in 5 take no damage from range is pretty good. Yeah, I know the feeling on a balance like that, where there's some slight regret because of the lack of sleep, but it's worth it because of the one you spent the time with. I'm gonna take this grenade because of the damage increase. 5 more ammo for that much more damage is probably worth it. And it does still bounce. I guess it's like S for super grenade. I was trying to figure out what the S was gonna be, and now we know. Don't get me wrong, the helmet might have been the better investment of the two. But I think it'll work out. And do make sure to get some rest when you can today, Callista. Sleep debt's no joke. Okay, yeah, we can go this way. Maybe this is the way we're supposed to go then, since this is a place we'd only be able to access with the wall jump. Then again, the ledge layout in here. Am I still not able to progress in here? Oh, no, I know what I need to do. Or at least I know what I can do. Freeze, please. Just use him as a platform. Okay. Yeah, as long as you understand the situation, that's all that can really be asked at that one. Okay, so this might actually be progress here then. But the chateau might also be optional. Okay, we got another boss door already. We've also got this bit up here where we just get a teapot. Oh! I'm glad I just shoot random things. Go ahead and save the fact that I got that, because I'm going to forget that it's up there if I lose this fight. Let's switch to the pulse rifle again for this fight. And probably don't want the red vest for this. Let's just go with body armor for now. Until I figure out what the situation is. You're finally here. The test trials for the Tetracell are complete. In 12 hours, all hell will break loose. All that remains is to tie up the loose ends. Time to join Dr. Klaus in the grave. Okay, so he's got like a bullet shield, an Uzi, and he's definitely interested in using that knife. Oh, he really is going to use that knife. Also has a multi-grenade throw. What the hell? I love how ridiculous some of these human fights are concept-wise, even if as a fight they're kind of annoying. Oh, electric grenades. Okay. I'm glad I didn't go that way. Eat some fish, get some ammo. Because I don't think it'll benefit me to fuck around with this one at all. I meant to jump, and instead, since I was gonna press down for something else right afterwards, I ended up... Oh, maybe it's S for scatter grenade, because I didn't notice the scatter off of those before. Not bad, but I'm just getting warmed up. Ah, he's breaking the floor. I don't know if I agree with that attack doing damage when he broke the floor. Speed. Nope, out of ammo. He's also doing multi-throws now. He just does the slam randomly in his moveset. Okay. I'm so glad I have so many healing items. Like, if he's pulling out all the stops, I may as well pull out all my stops too. But we have to remember, this guy's not the final battle. We still have Easton himself somewhere out there to deal with. But the fact that we're fighting in Matthias again tells me we're at least on the right track. But there is a world in which this fight is optional. Just get gunned down. You fool, it's already too late. Ugh. That's the end of him. And then he exploded. You know, as you do. So what did I get for killing him? Oh! Hold our right bumper to, while falling, to bounce on most enemies and destructible objects. Interesting. Oh, I know where to use that, I think. Well, in addition to here. Why is it not working on that one? Game? Am I, like, just slightly too low? Yeah. Okay, so you have to be exactly above it or it doesn't work. I may or may not have tried to jump on his head, because it said you can jump on enemies, so obviously I was gonna try it. The problem is the hitbox is a little funny. Let me get up there first and then except jumping through this doorway is a motherfucker and he keeps standing on the damn edge like a jerk. Fine, I'll test it on someone else. Except you've got a cannon in front of you, so I can't test it on you. There we go. Okay, so it does work. It just... some of them have worse hitboxes for it than others. Still, that's a fun move. I like this. The problem is a lot of them have animations where something that can hurt you about their hitbox is above where the hitbox to jump on them is. So I think using it on enemies is probably just across the board a bad idea. Which is really unfortunate. Like these guys you could use it on. And it is nice that it just gets rid of those rocket guys immediately. I'll probably jump on you. Yeah. Neener neener. Why do you have like an attack box above your body? Why? Why is that a thing? Wait, why is there more? Aha. Oh wow, even the plant was a thing. Okay. So we have a Wasai root and a Tawari plant. Both of them are medicinal herbs, so we must be able to do something with that. Like this may be a whole like side quest for all I know. Get back on screen so I can kill you. Or I guess you just left. Okay. And of course, the second I thought he was gone, he came back. So that brings us back here. Ow. And yeah, we're basically done with the chateau aside from a lower section in that one room that I missed. It probably was a floor to shoot through. Of course. The Resident Evil special. Was that excessive to throw that grenade at him? Yes. Do I feel justified in having done it anyway? Also yes. Now the question becomes... oh wait, yeah, this was another laser room. Which we can wall jump now, so... that doesn't help. And the light doesn't count. This is probably just a sniper rifle room. Except that's out of reach. So it can't be a sniper rifle room. Unless you get a better sniper rifle at some point. Do I just need to jump better somehow? Except that's impossible. Huh. Guess I still can't do this room. Very strange. Like, it's entirely possible there's a better sniper rifle out there. But it's also equally possible we just get better jumping. And again, the ledge grab I talked about the potential for there to be before would also solve that. Is you catch that edge and then just flip your way right up. question becomes... is it actually going to be worth it to me to go over to where I'm going right now? And the only way to answer that is to get there. Because I don't remember why I didn't get to this lower section over here either. I may have just not bothered. The only way to be sure is to check while we're out here. Okay, no, that was a one-way door. Which is probably why I didn't mark it, because it's not a come back and solve that later situation. That's a you just have to come back to that from the right door. Which is going to be connected over there like I remember talking about now. Okay. We can get into that room over here probably too now. And I do distinctly remember a room that was too tall for us to get to everything in, but there were breakables above us. And I think that was back in that area over there. But I don't think that that's going to be super relevant either. Oh yeah, I forgot. Big tank. Which is just kind of here. Like, it's not even a boss or a mini boss or anything. It's just a real big tank. It just happens to be there. This is probably also how we get to that bit of treasure I kept pondering about back in the second area. Teehee. We can also grab a fortune charm. Money drop rate. Yep, that seems right. It was either gonna be money drop rate or just more drops in general. They really did just cram so many items into this game, though. Yeah, okay, this is the room I was thinking of, actually. So let's freeze this guy so I can get higher up. And then off that higher jump, we can wall jump to the thing. Or actually, why don't we just do that? Except that's not quite enough. Oh, and now I'm not landing the jump, because why would I? Ah, those are breakable. Okay, that's why that works. So the BR1 launcher. Unfortunately, I'm not confident I can land this. Nope, because I don't think that fruit counts. I think the thing next to it was the breakable for that. Yeah, it just straight up is a rocket launcher. Okay. I mean, worth the effort. I'll give it that, and I'll try to grab the money, too. What? Oh, the bottles? Oh! So way more of the breakable things in this game count than I would have ever anticipated. Oh, that's weird, jumping off of wine glasses. I think I'm more understanding of how to land that. Except I cannot get him to jump off of this damn lamp anymore. He just doesn't wanna. There it goes. Like, you have to hit a very specific height for him to jump off of that. And the problem is, it jumps at an arc. Which I really wish they hadn't done that. Having that be a set arc makes this way more of a pain to use than if you just let the player control their jump entirely with it. And to have those all react to you making contact with them and also be something you're supposed to jump off of sure was a choice. Like, this is a lot of fun to use, but it's also simultaneously a big pain in the ass. Does that just work? Okay, holding works. That helps a lot. Because it said press, so I assumed hold wouldn't work. But if I can just hold the button, that makes this infinitely less of a pain. But getting that specific angle to land where that red stuff up there is, in order to get that money, is just entirely too much work. Wow, those have more health than I think they do. I do appreciate the big explosion that those rockets have, though. Wrong way. So we're making headway now. We've cleaned up a lot of odds and ends. It occurs to me, by the way, that if I hadn't put on the 10% damage reduction armor for the second Matthias fight, we probably would have died. Because we got really close to dying. Hang in there. Okay, there's nothing up there. Why are you not dead? There we go. I just wanted to bully that guy. He upset me. 650 bucks for a typewriter. Okay. Yeah, that also is way more consistent if you're holding the button when you're trying to land on enemies. Because that basically eliminates the hitbox issue. And I'm betting some of these things that I'm going back for you probably could have gotten before. With creative use of other things. Was this just accessible the entire time? No, because this was never connected. Decoder. Oh, this is how you get into the vault. So I assume now we just need night vision or a light source of some kind so we can see to work in there. And then we can get into the vault. Which I would assume the vault is extra, considering how far out of your way you would have to have gone to get this decoder. But that might even have been required, considering I did find it rather naturally. Because I just knew that there was an area up here. Which it's kind of hard to miss the fact that there's an area up here, since it's just visibly right here. Right next to Spaghetti Man. Now, I'm not gonna lie, if it is required, I might have gotten a little upset if I hadn't gotten it before finding out that it was required. Okay, this I think is just a matter of reaching that little bit of height there. Yeah, and you can't double jump out of a wall jump, by the way, in case people were wondering about that one. Okay, so that's that bit of map cleared up. We have 82% of the map now. And again, as I said, I'm not aiming to get 100% of the map right now. Might not even bother getting it at all, but I will grab the bits of map that are convenient while we're doing this in case they net us something useful. No, I can't actually connect to there from here. I have to go around. Leave the Indiana Jones skeleton behind. Yeah, with the power of wall jumping and the power of object hopping, for lack of a better way of calling that, We can definitely get around a bit quicker. Plus or minus me just slamming my face into things because I just want to hop around like a fool now. Imagine if you could hop over bullets. Just imagine how absurd that would get. Like the level of bullet hell nonsense people would start getting up to in boss fights and such, hopping on bullets to get around on boss patterns. It would be really cool, but it would also be such a nightmare. Because you would at that point have to assume that the game would kind of hit a point where it would expect you to be doing that, and that's where it would get bad. I'm missing my exit. Wait. How do they expect you to get up there? I think I'm starting to get an idea. But even then, that doesn't make sense. Like, using the truck to launch yourself higher doesn't really get you that much higher than your double jump would. And the wall jump doesn't get me up there. But there's not, like, an object to use to launch myself up there either. Unless maybe I'm meant to do it from the other side. Can I jump on the helicopter? I can. Doesn't help, but it's cool that I can do that. Unless I could, like, bait the helicopter over there and then just chain bounce on it, but that's not really a thing you can do with how the jump works. Oh, if you come from this side, the crate's already on the ground, though. That doesn't work. Well, we can still... We'll go further forward in the other room over here where we're really trying to go at the moment. It is, however, unfortunate that that doesn't work. And maybe there's like a very precise way you can do that and it does work. I'm just not landing it. There we go. It does look like there might be something up there, though, if you parkour off the bird's nest. Because why is there a ledge here? Aha! Oh! There's a key card? Used to unlock certain doors. Why the fuck's a key card up here? What? What? Why? Why is that here? What in the randomizer bullshit? Okay, come on, game. Don't do me like that. There we go. That gets this health expansion and cleans up this pin. But hey, we finally figured out what was up here, so that's good. Just a weird random key card just stuck in a wall. Did we ever solve this? No, we still don't have the part for the cannon either. Huh. Like, there's so many extra things in this game, and I'm just like, but what do I do with this? How does this work? And to be clear, this is not a question for anyone to answer. At least not yet. Maybe in the future, if I'm consigning myself to not doing whatever those things are, then maybe. But till then, no. That's just a little caveat for anybody new coming in. We might be able to go higher in the room next to the nurse, and I want to go get more of the heal half your health bar medicines anyway. She might also have stocked some new stuff too, considering a bunch of the other shops have new things. Beyond that, I'm just gonna have to think of where other places I can jump higher are. Which at the moment, I can't guarantee anything. Okay. Yeah, that's the quickest way over here. Seeing odd things, but I'm not gonna worry about it. This is probably just Twitch being weird. Amongst a couple other things that are not worth worrying about right now. Go and restock on ointments and medicine bees. I'm kind of surprised she hasn't gained any new stock. Yeah, that's exactly what you do here, isn't it? You wall jump here, you hop off of that. Yeah. Or, actually, no. There's a very specific jump you do. You do this, and then this, then that. Except I was supposed to end on the lamp, not on the wall. How? That seems like way needlessly precise. There we go. And that gets us in here. Oh, there's actual enemies here. Interesting. I didn't see a new area label pop up, and this has the same tile set as the area we came from to get here. So I don't think this is anything like majorly new, at least not yet. It's a real dangerous place, though. It's a good thing I brought a rocket launcher. There we go. Nice and easy. All of that for... Oh, it's half the medallion for the plane, and they even tell you right there that the medallion goes to the plane because they put the blueprint for the plane in the background. You know what? Well played. You got me, game. That actually makes sense. That's way more coherent than it could have been. Come on, game. Why doesn't that work? Why do some of them have just awful hitboxes for bouncing off of? I don't understand. Like, even with the hold, it just didn't work. We just kept getting knocked off that guy anyway. It's like he's got a weird force field for that. Which would be an incredibly hyper-specific force field to have. Like an anti-man jumping on head force field. Okay, but either way, that's cleaned up now. So that's good. We could try getting up into there, but what would be the point? The answer is there might be a point, but I don't know what it would be. Down bottom left might be a thing. over here, since there's a door higher up. But that may have just been me passing it and not using it. In here might be a thing, because I think... Yeah, we went through here before we went to the sewers, because we used that to get to where the sewers were. So that's a potential reality. We really are in a serious, like, hunt for the way forward situation again. There we go. What? Yeah, no, I keep getting fucked up in this room. You do go this way to go up and around. Is this the way I wanted to go, though? To check the left-hand side there? No, I actually do want to go down. Bear with me, my pathing is messy today. We will get there eventually. Well, I say my pathing's messy today, but let's be real, it's messy in general. I'm either like a bolt going straight to where I need to go, or I'm all over the place. There is no in between. It's interesting that I'm managing to get set on fire by these guys more consistently now, even though I have better weapons. But I think it's the fact that I'm using the pistol against them instead of just blasting them with a sub-weapon. Because I think the pistol can kill them quick enough now, but it can't. Haha. Well, you know what? Haha for me too, I guess. The fact that jumping on it just rips the turret off is hilarious. As if I was gonna let him leave alive. Having hit me, that's not allowed. No, 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 no. Okay, now how do I get to this spot up here? I assume it's just something stupid like this. No, it isn't. Okay. Hey, do you happen to know how to get up to that little thing right here? Dick. Oh, it literally is just this corner. Okay. Never mind. Okay, and you can't just wall jump up these areas that you climb. At least not if you have climbing, because it just immediately grabs. Okay, and this is just yet again a case of you didn't go to the right spot in the room. So something didn't get mapped. There we go. Though we were, again, having a rough go in here, so that's probably gonna be the case with a lot of the mapping in here. It's just I wanted out of Nightmare Land. Huh. I think this might actually be a case of I needed the things that were there for that jump. So this is gonna take a second because I'm gonna have to leave and come back again. Which is probably why I didn't end up doing it before, too. Because as you can see, even with what we have now, this area chews me up pretty good. Especially because I'm trying to move quickly through it. Yeah, this guy in particular needs to be alive. At least for the second. Yeah, because you just jump off of him, Metal detector? The hell do I want a metal detector for? Oh, you know what? That's actually more useful than I expected that to be. I should have assumed it was a find breakable walls item. Now, there's one problem with that, and that is the breakable walls in this game are visible to begin with. So I question the usefulness of something like that a little bit. But I guess it helps if you don't spot the wall. Because there have been a couple where we didn't immediately see them. And it'll definitely help those that are less observant or have trouble seeing to spot them, so it's good for that anyway. How do you get to this little... Ah. Titanium. Oh, is there gonna be like a whole side thing where I bring a bunch of materials together to make something? Okay, yeah, we've read this before. Because we saw that, we went down to the save point, and then we went charging off to the side. But see, here's another slide point that's off the ground next to something you can't slide off of. So that's definitely a thing. Unless both of them are conveniently an exit point from the spots they are. Which seems highly unlikely. Like, I think that would be just weird enough that that wouldn't make sense. At least in the case of the other one. The one we just looked at now could be an exit. But I really don't think it is. My gut has been frequently right about how to do a lot of these things, so... I don't see it having a reason to not be right now. Oh, I still have the stupid ice gun out. Just leading that missile on a merry goose chase. Of course, he was right next to where I jumped. Fuck you. I do wonder how the metal detector actually detects detects breakable walls, because we really didn't seem to get that much of an indication from the ones we've encountered already since getting it. But I also didn't sit there and stare at them. So it may not be an indicator that's particularly useful unless you don't see the wall already. Useful spot for grinding money if you end up needing to do that. Okay, so that's this whole room cleaned up. Jay, thank you for the raid. What are we up to today? Thank you for the happy anniversary and the follow. No ray of sunshine, hope you're doing well. Thank you, Jay. But yeah, my A shout-out doesn't tell me what you were doing, so what were you playing today, Jay? And hopefully you had a good time, and welcome in everybody to me trying to finish up Guns of Fury here. We're most of the way through, as you can see by the map completion. Ah! I haven't played FTL in a good long while. Real good game, though. Hopefully the runs went well. Yeah, admittedly that sounds right for FTL. This game's very good as long as you can kind of accept the fact that it's going to be a little nasty at times because of the fact that it definitely has some Metal Slug roots to it. In addition to being a Metroidvania. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely kinder than Contra by a long shot, since you at least can survive a hit in this. But it definitely borrows a bit from both of those visually. Huh. That is definitely not something I can do right now. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have a heavy machine gun. I do have a rocket launcher, but that's about all I got right now, as far as something like that goes. Yeah, I can wall jump off of there, but that doesn't help me. I'm missing something for this room. Before I break everything in here, is there... No, I think I just don't have what I need for this room yet. Because for those coming in, we have a lot of mobility options. This double jump we didn't start with. We have wall jumping that we didn't start with. We can even jump off of objects, which is why I needed to take another look at this room. But unfortunately, there's nothing in the middle of this room for me to use to launch myself over there. So I think this room's dead at the second. Thankfully, this game has a pinning system, so I can actually mark this for myself to come back for. We've mostly just been backtracking in recent times here because I don't entirely know exactly where I'm supposed to be going. Oh, very heavily. Exactly. That is basically what this is. With all the positives and a little bit of the negatives that come with that. Though, surprisingly, on the whole, this game's actually not been that difficult. Which is genuinely a shock for that combination of concepts. Oh, so I have to come back through here. I can't actually push through here unless... Then again, we are still missing 4 abilities. So maybe one of my abilities is push big boxes, but... We've had robots... suits we can use to do things like that before, so I presume it's just on the other side. The hitboxes on these guys can be a little annoying for just hopping around them, so you don't have to sit there and kill everything. But yeah, you have 3 categories of weapons you can use, not counting your melee weapon. You get a lot of pistols. This is what carries through for all of your grenade launchers, rocket launchers, flamethrowers, machine guns, shotguns. Then you got your grenades and other throwables all in one category here. You get 1 accessory that you can use at a time, including things that raise your money drop, raise medkit drops, regen health, protect from fire, protect from just damage. Yeah, you know, the indestructible metal box, the bane of all Metroidvanias. I've been running around with the metal detector to find the hidden walls, but I don't think I really need that anymore. Or at the moment. It also shows you the value of all the treasure items you found, and there's a lot of them. Including, like, eggs, masks, rings, random wooden horse for some reason. And every one of the pistols has a different bullet shape. Like, some of them are very similar to each other, but they all at least have a slight variation to what your bullets look like. So that's always good. They also have different sound effects and everything. Like, just, there's an incredible level of detail in this game. Which for a 12 to $15 game is high marks for that one. I was at first worried that this was going to be a little shorter than it actually is ending up being. Because at the end of the first session I did of it the other day, it really was framing it as if we were heading to the end game already. But I've since found so much more ground to cover. Like through all these hidden walls and such that I keep finding all over the place. I can't get in that little slide path there. And technically, I don't think I can make this jump either. No, but there's a... Wait. Why is there a box to push in there? Oh. For sure. Make sure to take care of yourself. And thank you again. Oh, there's like a... Yeah, because you can climb on walls and ceilings that have these little pebbles. I didn't spot those. That's why I didn't understand what I was supposed to do. So this one's actually doable right now, then. Just get this rock out of the way. For sure, for sure. And that gets us the night vision goggles that I need to break into the vault. Is for those that have come in late from the raid or just generally weren't here last time at all. We needed these night vision goggles and... Where's the other one? This decoder is an NPC told us about a vault that needed these two things or the code of the vault in order to get into it. Because the vault's kept in the dark so that it's harder for people to break into. Because, you know, if you can't see, it's kind of hard to crack a code. I don't know what's in that vault, but the fact that they're fighting that hard to protect it makes me very interested. A shield? Probably a melee weapon. No? Oh, it's a throwable shield. Neat deployable cover that I can, for some reason, just walk through. Well, best not to worry about that last part. Anyway, I can't quite find the last little bit of the room here, but it's fine. We'll worry about getting 100% map off camera. Yeah, because our biggest problem that we're running into right now is we have a vague idea of what we're supposed to be doing, we just don't know where we're supposed to be doing it. But since I now, I think, have the two tools I need to get into the vault, we should probably just go see about breaking in there and see if that's actually necessary. Because I also found a red keycard up in a bird's nest, basically. And I'm still trying to figure out what the point of that was. Nope, that went too far. Wait, why was there explosions happening up there? Huh. I'm gonna assume that was a visual bug. But yeah, to give you all the rundown on the plot that's happening here. Basically, big industrialist captures a scientist who was making a new energy source and tries to force scientists to make super weapon. We get sent in to go get the scientist out. We got captured right off the bat, pretty much. That whole thing went real poorly. We broke out of the prison we were put in because of that. That's how the game begins. And we have since basically gone on a rampage of dismantling everything they've been working on, including rescuing the scientist who then got pushed into a pool of molten metal and is presumed to be very dead. So that didn't go well. But we were told that there's a secret lab somewhere where the super weapon is in final testing. Which is why I thought we were in the final phase of the game, is, you know, if you're gonna go destroy the super weapon, it seems pretty safe to say that you're in the final stretch. That's in a situation like this. Problem is, I can't find where the super weapon is. The scientist was gonna tell us, and right as he was going to say where it was, he got pushed into the lava. So, yeah, you can imagine we didn't get the intel we needed. It never really has been stated what the super weapon is. It just relies on this crazy new energy source. Or it's called, like, Tetra 12 or something like that. So it could be anything. It could even be a boat. But I presume it's a giant mech suit of some kind, since that's been their modus operandi, is big mechs and tanks and things so far. So it's highly likely to be just some gigantic mech suit or something. So they can't hide it too hard, because it would be kind of big. Yeah, and these trucks operate as warp points. You can use them to go to where any other truck stop is. Which, conveniently, there's one right across us from where the vault is. So we'll see about breaking into that vault. Because I might have also forgotten a third part to this process, because the NPC told us multiple things that were needed. I just don't remember if all of them were required, or if it was just the night vision and the decoder. The vault will not open. There's a digital keypad lock. If only you knew the password. Use the decoder? Yeah. The vault has been unlocked. Da-na-na-na. Aha! That gets me into that other room, the one I thought I needed the sniper rifle for. Because I remember saying that I probably need a remote-controlled rocket for some of these puzzles. And lo and behold, there's the remote-controlled rocket. Slightly surprising they kept that in the vault of all things, but that explains that situation. So the vault was actually required. Huh. Well, we're nearby where I thought I was gonna need that, so let's go use that right quick. Oh, and if it lends any context to how much we've gone through along the way here, let me double check the number. Is the achievement list mentioned? Yeah, the last boss we just dealt with was the 12th boss. And we've only been playing this game for like 7 hours. So they jammed a lot of bosses in here. Every area has at least one boss, some of which have had more than one. Two of which were not giant mechs or anything of the sort. So based on that percentage, you can kind of... Actually, no, 3 of them. 3 of them were not mechs. So you can kind of guess why I'm like, yeah, the super weapon's probably a mech. You can see where the logic for that comes from. Yeah, that brings y'all pretty much up to date on the situation as it stands. No, this is the wrong one. Oh, no. Is this the wrong one? Yeah, this is a wrong one, because I can't actually get up there. That's another one of those ones that I need, like, either an air slide or something to get into. Because just breaking the box open doesn't help. We get to find out what the item type is that way, but we don't get to be able to get at the item. Unless the rocket actually can collect items, but that seems silly. Yeah. We have no help at all. We've had some random locals who run shops happen to be useful, and that's about all the help we've had. We got dumped in here because they weren't sure what was going on initially. Because they had gotten an anonymous tip that the scientist was here. So obviously, rather than committing, they just send one dude. And presumably we lost contact when we got captured, so nobody's had a way to tell them what the situation is. And for some reason, they just never made the assumption that, hey, something went wrong, maybe we should send more dudes. Not that we don't have this handled anyway, but, you know. I thought the room in question was over. Oh no, it's the one with the red marker, because I forgot I didn't move the marker. Because initially we couldn't get in there because we couldn't make the jump, and then a new problem arose. Yeah, we've done a lot of damage to this man's organization. Like, every lieutenant he had, anything he's had, we have killed that has run into us. Pretty much, yeah. Something along them lines. Business as usual, really. Like, nah, I'm sure that situation will keep till we come back from our round of golf. And then, lo and behold, things are still not fine. Yeah, it's got your standard knockback and everything to watch out for and all that. None of it's been outrageous outside of like one or two scenarios where I've had some irritation with that. But it's also usually been my own fault for trying to rush through an area. We can also, as you see there, use our object bounce on enemies, which can be fun, except the hitboxes on that can be a bit of a crapshoot. Yeah, there we go. It's up here in the bathroom. Because in here, there's this whole big room here, and up there is a switch. I thought I could use the sniper rifle to hit that because the sniper rifle defies the laws of physics and logic, as demonstrated here, is you can just target things around walls and through walls, but it didn't reach, so that didn't work. But since we have the remote controlled rocket launcher, I presume that I'm meant to steer that up there. It's just gonna be a little finicky. Ah, I see. That has slightly bigger a hitbox than it looks like it does, too. There we go. Da-na-na-na. And all of that for some tungsten to go with the titanium we found. And I still don't know what that's for. We'll figure it out or not eventually. Because we've not encountered any NPCs with like metallurgic experience or anything, at least not that they've mentioned. So it's not like there's gonna be an obvious, oh yeah, bring it to this guy. Yeah, he just lives up there. Which honestly, probably nice and peaceful, so he's got that going for him. But that must have been one hell of a prank. Yeah, we have half the medallion we need for the plane. Oh, don't tell me that's what this is. I think I figured out where the secret lab is. It's under the damn wrecked plane, isn't it? You put the two halves of the medallion into the slot on the plane, and that's gonna open the lab. I might have just cracked the case. Oh, if that's true, that's gonna be annoying. We have half of the medallion, I just have to find the other half. Which, the problem with that is the other half could be literally anywhere. Because we just found the half I did find in a very random place, so that could be concerning. I thought it was extra, but it might actually be necessary to go in there. You know, I really don't like that thought. Nope. No, sir, don't like it. Don't like that idea. Well, let's go back over here for a moment, because I can check to see if I can get through to that little in-between section over here, because I'm running out of places to go. But I also have that red key card that we found. But I've never seen a place where a red key card would be used that I can think of. Because we've not really encountered any locked doors that we haven't already opened. And I do feel like there's at least one more Type 2 suit spot. Because you find keys for the various suit spawn locations. As you can see, we have Type 1, 2, and 4. And then you'll be able to spawn those mech suits from those locations infinitely. But only once per time in that screen. And they do a variety of things, like the Type 4 can break down doors, Type 2 can fly with a jetpack, and Type 1 just is good at fighting. It really doesn't have any other special function. Oh, and it can push boxes around, but I think all of them probably can do that. Oh, you have new items in stock. Good. No, you don't. You do not, in fact, have new items in stock at all. These are the same items you had when I was here before. Why must you lie to me? Why are you like this? Why are you asking to be shot in the face for lying to me? You're lucky you're immortal because you're an NPC. Okay, yeah, the room in question is over there. I mean, that's true. It is the typical lie of an advertiser. Like, check out the new thing! But there's nothing new. No, we got new copies of the same thing. It still counts. Does it? Yes. Not sure about that one. Oh yeah, this is another slide spot. Unless we can go up from below. Because I did not look at this with, like, wall jumping or any of the nonsense we have now in mind. Okay, yeah, this is wall jumpable. There we go. Maybe this leads to something useful then. But I feel like it's just gonna connect me to the other area. But at least it'll be more map completion. And maybe the medallion's somewhere in here. Oh, there's not anything to land on there, huh? Aha! Those boards are breakable, though. Wings insignia. Hold right trigger to move faster. Okay, I now have sprinting, I guess. That's cool. Huh. Really wish I'd gotten that a long time ago. It also doesn't cost anything, so I have no reason to ever let go of right trigger. Or aside from to avoid attacks. I was gonna sneak up on him. Turns out I wasn't that sneaky. steal some more money. Yeah, we kind of flew through this area too, so there might actually be other things to be had in here. Considering I missed an entire room, anything could be here. God damn it. The very set arcs that this guy will leave walls or do other things at really does come back to bite me a lot. Like, if there's one thing that they carried over from old games that maybe they shouldn't have, it's probably that. But it's fine. It's workable. Aha! Found it. More bomb ammo. Which will be great, because that means I stop having 10 bomb ammo left and no ability to use my bombs, since they cost more than 10 now. Some mushrooms. Oh, I found the map for this area. Okay, so there's a decent bit that I missed in here. And there's absolutely an area change underneath the plane, so yeah, that's absolutely where the lab is, almost certainly. And here's our warp point for this area that I just never happened to come down here and get. So that's good. Yeah, there's a decent enemy variety, though I will say it is starting to fall off a bit now. A little bit. Because I think they're running out of dudes to send. But you got like a bunch of different soldier types. You've got multiple enemy mechs. The pacing's been pretty good. I had a little bit of an issue at first because the first door you're supposed to unlock with a key doesn't have a keyhole on it, so it was easy not to think that that was the door that the key was for. But other than that, it's been flowing very nicely up until, again, kind of right about now, actually. This was another big stumbling point where it was very unclear where they wanted you to go. But I think it's because I just happened to miss the spot where it wanted me to take things, because, like, I'm betting over here is where I actually was supposed to be going the whole time. Well, yeah, that's to be expected, because you can't really mix something with a Metroidvania and have it be at the same pace as, like, Metal Slug or Contra. That just wouldn't work, really. It would be a little too fast. Ah, this is something the sniper rifle is for. I had spent so long looking for a use for that damn sniper rifle, because I'd never encountered a need for it. Or at least not its special ability. Oh, am I gonna need it again? Yeah, it looks like I need it again. Okay. So, where am I shooting? Up there. Okay. Because, like, if you think about it, a lot of things, even Metroid itself, had a decent amount of run and gun to it. Just not complete all in on that concept. This just commits a little further to the bit at that point. But it is definitely structured as a Metroidvania first. How do I get the rest of the way through this room? Must be another thing to shoot somewhere. Yep, down there. Some of the button combinations are also a little strange. Like, I have to hold left trigger in order to use the sniper rifle this way. all of that, and I finally have a dodge roll. You put the dodge roll this far into the game, huh? Okay. Which I'm not really sure where I would use that. I would assume it's useful for actually dodging. I just don't know what functions it'll have other than just being a dodge. It may only be a dodge, because the sprint, for example, I don't think has specific places it's used. Though, I think it actually will get me up there. I just gotta time the jump perfectly. There we go. $400 tea set. And no, I did not purposely time talking about that for that to happen, because I genuinely didn't expect it to actually give me a reason to use the sprint. It is nice that sub-weapons like the sniper rifle are still relevant even like multiple areas after you get them in terms of getting rid of enemies. Oh, I can't aim up. Hang on, I have a solution to this. When in doubt, blast your way out. Realistically, I should have vaporized myself doing that, but you know, we don't need to talk about that. This man's pretty superhuman considering he can double jump, take multiple bullets, and get blown up repeatedly and still just be up and kicking just fine. Oh, speaking of the double jump, literally it's just special shoes that let us double jump, by the way. Not even like a booster or wings or anything, just special shoes. It's in the shoes. This is how we cheat at basketball. We get double jump shoes. You can dunk on anyone if you can double jump. And there's the other half of the medallion. Yep. Okay, so that solves that mystery. It's possible. I've not encountered anything like that yet, and we only have like 13% map left, but there may be a section like that. Because we had a section with one of the flying mech that was basically Flappy Bird to get through a pile of traps, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's a death trap alley somewhere. Oh, and this also connects to that room in the mines I was looking at. One of the rooms in the mines, anyway. Drill. So that's how we get past the crate. We just drill the crate. You know what? That works. Mystery solved. Thank you for the happy anniversary, Snowkay. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Okay, so that's done. Taken care of. Interesting. If you look, you'll notice there's not actually a door there leading to that little bit of room above us. So that's interesting. Yeah, I would have planned extra stuff for the affiliate anniversary, by the way, for everybody that's here now, but I forgot what day it was, to put it honestly, and Twitch actually lied to me. Twitch actually told me lies about when my own affiliate anniversary was, because it said, I think it was on Thursday, that it was in 2 days, which would have been Saturday. Needless to say, I was a little confused when it didn't pop up any of the information or anything on Saturday. So that was interesting. But I've written it down now, so I won't forget again. Hopefully. I mean, it would be nice to get that drill as a weapon, but I do wonder... I mean, that would actually start to make some sense, yeah. 2 business days. So how do I get in there? Because, like, this isn't a breakable wall. This is a nice solid wall right here. And there isn't a breakable wall up here either. Suspicious. Very suspicious. It would actually be great to have that drill right about now. Well, I'm out of ideas. The classic when in doubt, blow it up didn't work, so we'll come back to that idea later. Oh yeah, and get used to everything exploding. In case you've missed that as a concept for this game, everything explodes, even the people. Why? I don't know. Because they can. I also forgot to remove this pin and this pin. You can only have a limited amount of pins on the map, by the way. Which is why cleaning those up actually does somewhat matter. Otherwise, you might not be able to put a pin down to remind yourself of something you actually need to remember. We haven't been up here yet because I didn't get this far with double jump yet. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh yeah, by the way, we can just walk at the bottom of the water. Just don't question it. That's just a thing we can do. We also don't need to breathe. Maybe we're the robot. Maybe just everyone is a robot. Maybe that's why there's such an energy crisis in this world, is everyone needs charging ports. Look at this guy. It'd be a real shame if somebody just shot him right now. Just be a real shame. Now, where's the... Oh, there's a chest down there, so that's good. But where's... Is there not actually a switch to open this door? Am I supposed to just go up and over somehow? Are you secretly a switch? No. There's an item over there and an item down there, so I want to get to the other side of this. Oh, there it is, all the way up here. You know what? You almost got me, game. I almost got bored of looking around. Oh yeah, fun fact about fish. You can shoot them and get an entire cooked fish somehow. Okay, I just have an axe now. All of that just for a good old lumber axe to use against my enemies. Can't deny the effectiveness. Embrace my inner axe murderer. I don't know why they have, like, no reaction to getting slapped in the face with an axe, but they don't. That guy did. He exploded. Yeah, it isn't the weirdest thing. That's true. There's a lot of weird going on in this world, so there's plenty of other things to be more confused by. I just find it funny. There we go, there's that last bit of mapping in here. We're probably at like 90% map now? No, still 88. All of those little bits of map didn't amount to even a single percentage. Then again, most of them were like one tile, so I suppose that makes sense, actually. Ow, mines. Yeah, we should be closing in on the end of the game, I would presume. If the medallion leads where I think it does. But yeah, on the note of pacing, that is the one thing I think that can kill the pacing in this game. Is when you're actually moving forward through areas, the pacing's very fast, very good movement and everything. But you can end up with situations where you kind of almost have to guess what the game wants you to do next based on context and what the item you just got was, which is pretty typical of the genre, of course. But it sometimes gives you something that, even in context, doesn't necessarily make immediate sense for what you want to use it for. And where they expect you to take it, and you may have just not happened to see that one specific room as well, which can lead to a lot of pacing time loss. Okay, the fact that they're really heavily guarding that spot makes it really annoying to hop up there. Is there another way? Yeah, that's why. Because you're not meant to hop up through there. We had already been up here. But I think I hadn't been in that little cubby hole between the groups here, and that's why I was trying to get there. Okay, you know what? Get some more use out of the sniper rifle. I had to hit it with the axe. Once I remembered I had an axe, I had to hit the flying thing with an axe. Okay, I did get that already. Never mind. All of this pain and suffering was for nothing. But it's fine. Save point fixes everything. What did this shop have? Oh yeah, this is the one that sells fish. This is also where we learned we could shoot fish, because there was a fish in the little puddle there. She also sells watermelons, so I will buy those. We can afford the M3 weapon now if I want it. You know what, sure. More toys to play with. Neat. Shoots like weird like energy or ice rockets. Which we do have an ice gun, by the way, which works exactly how you'd expect it to. It freezes enemies, so you can use them as platforms. Which I don't think was ever explicitly required, but it was beneficial for getting a couple items that I might have been able to just wait till I had wall jump to get. And that is another thing, is there are a couple spots where multiple things seem to work. So that's good. Though not in any of the significant progression spots as far as I've been able to tell. It's only been the optional stuff that has multiple correct answers. Let me quickly hit this save point in case this area is like instantly super nasty. And let's put the 2 halves of the medallion in. Da-na-na-na. We found a secret place. And remove the pin because we don't need it anymore. Oh, okay, that's not concerning at all. Welcome to the underground lab. Population guys with lasers. And hazmat suits. Whoop. And just straight up Terminators. Okay. That's where we're going now, huh? Okay. And they don't die when you blow up the top half of them. Their legs walk around and try to kick you. Huh. You know, based on the metal faces some of the guys in the mines had, it makes perfect sense that they basically just have Terminators running around. Okay, this is cool. I like this. I like the fact that they're training the legs for the robots on treadmills. That's actually funny. I like that. He's just trying his best. Okay, so we got a door here and a button down here. Oh, okay. From A. Easton, the mass production of the robot soldiers is well underway. The first models will only use an inferior version of the Tetracell with limited power capacity. Once we have shown proof of the destructive capabilities of Titan Omega and the new robot army, The world's superpowers will start a new arms race with Easton Industries as their main supplier. And that's how they'll take over the world, is they will take over the economy. Which makes a decent degree of sense, because they'll have control over military supply and a crazy amount of capital. Because let's be real, who's gonna try to stop the business that's making the robot army that can be turned against all of the nations that are using it at any given moment? Because I'm sure they'll leave a backdoor into all of the programming for all of their robot armies, so they can just flip a switch and turn the tables at will, because that's the usual nonsense that something like that would be played as. That's not to say somebody can't just close that back door up, but you know, that involves them paying attention enough to know it's there. Yeah, there's your motive and everything right there in front of you. Mr. Easton there just wants to make a ton of money and take over the world. And to do it, he's obviously doing the business as usual of causing global instability. For fun and profit. As well as, you know, the whole kidnapping, probably a decent amount of murdering, you know, all the usual evil business practices. You know, I get a little bit of Necron vibes from those Terminator-looking robots, too. That's not a shock that all of those kind of operate under a similar formula. I wonder how long that'll walk around on fire. I kinda want to just let it keep going on fire until it either stops being on fire or it explodes. I don't think it's actually ever going to stop, though. I think it's just gonna keep walking back and forth. Exactly. And that would never happen, except, you know, totally is happening, but, you know, it would never happen. Oh god, now we got shmup patterns of flying drones showing up. Okay, that's a thing. Oh, this is a spawner for those, isn't it? Yep, it sure is. Ah, warp point. Okay, we found that nice and easy. I do worry that I missed something up and left, because there was a door up there. I really want to find another save point to heal, though, so I don't have to burn resources. Because right now, in the condition we're in, running back to the other one might be a gamble. Though, you know, I gotta say, if the world has soldiers like this guy, why do they need the robot army? I mean, I guess it removes the whole free will issue. Probably cheaper to train robots, too. I should just heal. I should stop being greedy and just heal. You show that ceiling who's boss, Mr. Robot. It's a shame that I can't get in the mechs that are in here. We can get into so many other mechs in this game, but not those. The one who made those is slightly smarter and actually coded them not to just let any idiot just jump in them. For some reason, I could not manage to come up with the word schmuck for a moment, and I don't know why. Apparently my brain had to wait till after I finished the sentence to allow me to use that word. This one's just having a moment, apparently. Oh, those explode. Ah. Judging from the red screen there, I'm going to assume those were not really done yet. Oh, there's our boss fight. Intruder approaching. Intruder approaching. Do they mean me? Maybe they mean me. That's totally been working out so far, so yeah, you know what? Nothing but sense. Oh, that didn't break it either. Huh. That is a long walk back, but I need to know. Because I also don't know if this boss fight coming up is going to be the end of the game, so I want to know what that other path has before potential end game scenario occurs. And I suppose at the end of the day, this guy can only be in one place at a time. Robot Army? Robot Army can be lots of places at one time. And you know, this guy would also ask for vacation days, gets tired, you know. It worked for a couple minutes, yeah. And if they hadn't left a hole in the back of the cell, we probably would have still been in there. Because they foolishly left just a breakable wall tunnel in the back of the cell because incompetence, I guess. Oh, those are ice lasers. Huh. The more you know. Because, you know, that's one way to defeat somebody like this. Put them in an unbreakable box. Then again, I feel like even the highly advanced robots would be defeated by the unbreakable box plan. Now, getting them all into the unbreakable box, that's the complicated thing. Getting one guy into an unbreakable box is easy. Putting an entire army in a single unbreakable box is complicated. Then again, I suppose that's the entire setup of a game like Kicks or something. Where you're just drawing lines around your problems and sealing them away. Why that's the pull my brain decided to make today, I have no idea, but that's where we're at apparently now. I'm getting really reckless just trying to get back to where we were a moment ago. And at some point I feel like that's gonna backfire on me. I mean, this is also true. You just keep advancing at that point. Oh, a steak. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, because there's this door right here, which leads to a machine that holds a fancy pistol, so I'm glad I came back. Access to weapon prototype is restricted. Please insert optical disc to continue. No optical disc in inventory. Why don't we just break the glass? Break the machine. Disrespect my surroundings. I thought for a second there, when the text popped up right when I blew that up, I thought it was actually gonna work. And it would have been very funny. But unfortunately, no funny allowed at the moment, apparently. Hang on. Is there a problem? Okay. It's all good, it's all good. It's good to meet you too. I'm glad you had a moment to stop by. Hey, and hopefully everything's going well. Oh, there was just an ammo expansion in the ceiling there. Because I know we've passed each other a decent amount in, like, Twitter or before, and then mostly Blue Sky now. That was actually my first death. My first not boss death. But now that we know what's back there, I'm not gonna bother going back there anymore. Yeah. Let's see how this boss fight goes. How it is, Easton himself. I've been waiting for you. Welcome to my command center. From this place, I can monitor the military activity of every nation on the planet. I'm impressed that you managed to defeat Matthias. I could use a man with your skills. Take his place as my right-hand man, and I will make you richer than you could possibly imagine. Well, what do you say? I mean... You probably could give me a sick robot arm like you've got, and you'd probably pay me a lot, but you've also put me through a lot of annoyance, so, nah, not a chance. You fool, how dare you refuse my generous offer? To be fair, you didn't actually make me an offer, you just said, you want to join, and didn't actually offer me anything. It's great to see you too, Snoke. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that well enough. Oh god. He's gonna punch me with his robot arm. Okay. I know now and then the pronunciation can change a lot even if something's spelled a certain way, so never hurts to check. Okay, this guy hits really hard, which should be expected from what might be the final boss. Ah, fair enough. Man's got jump kicks. You know what? I can respect that. It's the intent that matters more than anything else. Yeah, I can see that one. I mean, that would be easier. I can definitely understand that one too. Ah, I almost was able to duck that. Oh, wow. Hey, convenient. 1 hit point left, huh? I also forgot to put my body armor back on. Ah. Yikes. 1 hit point. 1 hit point and a lot of meat to fill that health bar back up. I should switch to a different secondary as well. Where is... There it is, my pulse rifle. The power of Fish compels me to live. As opposed to my old job where the power of Fish compelled me a lot less. Because I had to sell it to people all the time. You are pretty good, but you're too late. Wow, two quotes in one there, huh? I've used the Tetra Cell to create Titan Omega, the ultimate weapon. A battle mech capable of launching high-velocity nuclear weapons from any place on Earth. Metal Gear. Witness your destruction. Phase 2? Phase 2. You know, this is way less impressive than I expected it to be. Slight flashing light warning here, since the whole mech's gonna be flashing. Mind your eyes. I thought I avoided the whole pattern. Thankfully, it doesn't seem super durable for being a giant mech. Yeah, I feel like drinking the spoiled milk's probably not my finest plan. Yeah, activate the regen. There is, in fact, a Banui in the chat. Oh god. Just gonna hide in this corner and hope for the best. Okay, it does wear her out before then. Crawl. Crawl for life. That doesn't look good. No, that's not as bad as I expected. I expected, like, much wider lasers that were gonna give me, like, a pixel of space to stand. guess it goes to show the kind of games I'm used to when I expect things like that. True. And if it's launching nukes, it probably would be more intended as an artillery piece, and those aren't known for their durability. So there is that. Then again, they're also not known for their close quarters combat either, and here it is fighting close quarters. If only I could diagonally angle my shots, I could attack him while I was waiting these attacks out. But unfortunately, I don't have anything great for that. Top up a bit, because I also don't know if there's gonna be another phase. This is the first significant two-phase fight this game's had. There was one that changed phases halfway through his health bar, and that was about it otherwise. So there's not a precedent for it, but if there was ever gonna be a time for it, it'd be now. I should have shot him on the way by, but it's fine. This is definitely a pattern you could eventually get to the point where you could hit list this pattern without it being too terrible. And there we go. Your fancy toy is broken. You gonna throw a tantrum now? Self-destruct sequence initiated. You know what? I'm gonna count that as a tantrum. Can't use that. I don't see a timer, so there might not be one, but I don't trust it. Okay, you know what? That's pretty good. I don't know why they've got motorcycles and such down here, but, you know, I'll take it. Whee! So are you, Jay. I appreciate that. The world is once again safe from the threat of war, but will the fighting ever end? As long as there is evil in men's hearts, there will never be peace. But there are still good things in this world that are worth fighting for. That's pretty much what they're doing, yeah. It's very Metal Gear and very intro to Fallout. And there we go. That's the game done. It took slightly longer to finish it today than I thought it would. Because I genuinely expected it only to be like another hour or so. And if I hadn't had to go searching for those medallions, probably would have only been like an hour. Our operative A. Easton has failed in his mission. Sequel hook? The Tetracell prototype was destroyed along with the Titan Omega. That is true. However, we've managed to secure the blueprints for the Tetracell before the lab was destroyed. The red keycard will be a mystery for people to pick up the game and find out. Excellent. They will fetch a good price in the black market. We have also identified the one responsible for this setback, a soldier by the name of Vincent Fury. He managed to escape the facility before it was destroyed. Our organization does not tolerate those that interfere with its objectives. Hunt him down and eliminate him. Let him become an example for those that think they can stop our plans. He had an eye patch and everything. I had to give him a voice that was something extra. New Game Plus unlocked. Sound test unlocked. Game Boy screen filter unlocked. It's one of my favorite things to do, is just throw a little bit of extra goof on something like that. I don't... Oh, it's in here probably. You know what? That doesn't actually look bad. I was worried it was going to be the kind of Game Boy filter that ends up looking terrible, but that actually looks good. And I'm curious if the New Game Plus actually has... Oh, nope, that just put me back in here. Yeah, he did need a cat on his lap that he was constantly petting. Ah, okay, so it just lets you put the New Game Plus on a different file. Okay. But you do keep most of the equipment. And you can pick the file you take the equipment from. Interesting. Let's see what it lets us keep right quick. This also gives people a chance to see the intro. Oh, that would have missed it. The world's been in an energy crisis since the start of 2042. 2 weeks ago, famous scientist Dr. Klaus made a surprise announcement: the discovery of the Tetracell. Its energy-producing properties can be used for the good of civilization. 48 hours later, Dr. Klaus mysteriously disappeared. His lab was destroyed. According to our sources, the industrialist A. Easton, president of Easton Industries, is behind the kidnapping. He plans to use the Tetracell to create a new type of superweapon. Your mission is to stop Easton's plans, rescue Dr. Klaus, and retrieve the missing Tetracell. Any questions? And there you go. Then you go into the introductory stage of the game. So what do we actually get to keep? We got to keep all of our guns. Except the ones with unique uses. The sniper rifle and the RPG are gone, which makes sense. We got to keep all of our throwables. All of our melee weapons. Ooh, we actually get to keep all of these as well. But I assume none of the abilities? None of the abilities. Okay, so you can't break progression order with New Game Plus. That's what I was curious about. Is whether you could just skip straight to certain things in New Game Plus. Alright. So just give me a quick moment here to switch to the bonus game here, and I will have things back up and running in a second.